Hey, my beautiful Capricorn Aquarius souls. Welcome in, beautiful souls. Let's dive into your May 2026, as it's not just another month. This is a month where everything you've been feeling since April starts to lock in, reveal itself, and transform your path for real. Thank you for being here, and thank you for hitting the like button. I really appreciate it. Listen closely, my Capricorn Aquariuses. You're not going back to where you were, right? After April, not after everything you've seen, not after what you felt. And May is just going to be the month that proves it. This is where emotional truths rise to the surface. Your foundation gets rebuilt, and your direction shifts in ways you didn't expect, but needed. This is a transformation, but I'm hearing grounded. This is awakening, but real. So let's tap in, beautiful souls, and see what is happening for the month ahead. You should receive this already when we hit April. All right, so we're going to tap in what is happening, and we'll also do a cultic cross to see how this energy is all playing out in your life. Now, as you know, by the time you receive this, we just had the full moon in Scorpio. I did put a video out there regarding the full moon in Scorpio, talking about how it affects each house in your chart. You should have a Scorpio placement somewhere in your chart, all right? Check it out, how it affects you, how's the energy playing out. So we're not easing into May here. We're diving straight into the deep end here. This energy is emotional truths, hidden feelings arising, releasing, endings, transformation. Something just becomes undeniable. Something maybe you try to suppress or work around. It's something you just cannot ignore anymore, and this is your emotional clearing point. Now, also between the 1st and the 5th, there can be some truths, triggers, realizations with Mercury conjunct Chiron and then moving into Taurus. This is going to be like conversations that heal, even if they hurt. Truths getting spoken, and realizations that just shift your perspective. Then Mercury squares Pluto on the 5th, and you'll just see everything clearly this day. No more illusions, no more maybes. You will just know. Now, I also did post a video for the first 6 days of May. Check it out. Let me know in the comments how it all played out for you. This is also the 6th of May. This is personal for you. This is Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, all right? This is happening in your Aquarius energy. This is not just external exchange. This is going to be something about an identity shift, questioning your role, your purpose, your path, releasing who you thought you had to be. So this is like some sort of internal transformation for you that just changes your external life later. Now, we do also have a Venus sextile Saturn, and then Venus opposes Lilith. So this can be something about commitment versus freedom, stability versus temptation, truth versus shadow. So you may be pulled in two directions, but this is showing you what actually aligns with your values. Now, beautiful souls, if you want to tap into a personal reading, I'm doing the 1-question readings right now at a good price at $8. It's basically just a donation for a personal reading. It's really affordable. So if you want to check that out, details on the description box. Let's talk about mid-May. We have a bit of growth and opportunities coming through here with the Sun sextile Jupiter the 11th, and Mercury will sextile Jupiter the 13th. This is about expansion. Some sort of opportunities that will be opening, positive movement. Things will just start flowing here. And then we also have the Sun conjunct Mercury on the 14th. Clarity, this is where things just click, all right? All happening in Taurus. The 16th, we also have Mars conjunct Chiron. And then we also have the new moon in Taurus. So this is going to be a turning point. But first, with Mars and Chiron, it's going to be about wounds activated through action. Something is just going to push you, challenges you, maybe perhaps even triggers you. But also with the new moon in Taurus, this is going to be your reset in the physical world. Something to do with your money, your stability, self-worth. What are you building long-term kind of energy? This is where you say kind of, what am I choosing? How can I put it? I'm choosing something real now kind of energy. right? Thank you again for hitting that like button. I truly appreciate it. Yeah, the 17th to the 22nd May, fast changes, sudden realizations. This energy is going to be quick. A lot happening in Gemini here. We have Mercury entering Gemini, Mercury conjunct Uranus, the Sun enters Gemini, the Sun conjunct Uranus. This is all unexpected messages, sudden shifts, changes in direction. Something can happen just out of nowhere. But I'm hearing it like this time period for you is just meant to wake you up and move you forward. Now, with regarding to Venus in Cancer, the 19th of May, from the 19th of May, love is just going to become something like the energy of deeper, more emotional, more right? Slow down, deep breaths. Deeper, more emotional, more nurturing. All right. And then with Venus square Neptune around the 22nd of May, just be mindful here regarding seeing what you want to see, ignoring reality, and perhaps overgiving emotionally. Just stay open, but stay grounded, right? Now, the end of May is something about pressure and power, with Mars will be squaring Pluto, the 26th. It's going to be quite intense. Power struggles, inner pressure, moments where you feel pushed. But this is also where you reclaim your power, right? And then the Sun will also trine Pluto. Transformation that becomes empowerment. And then finally, we have another full moon right at the end of the month, full moon in Scorpio. This is going to be your truth plus a direction moment. This is going to be about clarity about your path, expansion, freedom. You see where you're going and what doesn't fit your future anymore. Perhaps we'll also do a full moon reading in Sag, and perhaps also in the Taurus, a new moon in Sagittarius. Why am I saying Sagittarius? Okay, so the new moon in Taurus and the full moon in Sagittarius. We will do a reading there, perhaps like the other moon readings we did, just giving you overall energy, gets a bit more detail out there for you, what's happening. How is this month affecting you personally? My beautiful Capricorn, Aquarius, cusps. May is asking you to release some sort of emotional baggage, rebuild your foundation, and step into a new direction with clarity. So this is going to be identity shifts with Pluto, real world building with Taurus, and mental expansion with Gemini. So you're becoming someone who knows their worth and moves accordingly. So beautiful souls, we're going to dive into occultic cross spread, what is being transformed, what is challenging you, what is coming in, and where is this all landing by the end of May, because this month is not just about change, it's about alignment. So I'm just going to pause the video just for a second before we dive into the cards. I just want to grab a cup of coffee. Coffee could be significant. I did boil the kettle before hitting record, and grab that cup of joe. So if you feel called to also pause the video and grab a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, whatever your favorite drink is, hey, go ahead. So I got my cup of coffee. Let me know in the comments if you grab a favorite drink or a snack. What are you doing while you're listening to this reading? Beautiful souls, let's dive in. Spirit, angels, ancestors, all of the highest light and good, please can we get 10 cards out from the top, from the core energy, all the way to the outcome for our beautiful Capricorn Aquariuses. What do they need to know for the month ahead? Knight of Wands. Interesting. At the core. We totally got cut off there. So perhaps something might just be happening as you enter May. All right. I'm just going to get this clearing here. Okay. All right. The fact that I got up to go make a cup of coffee and we started, we got out the core energy and I ran out of storage and the video cut out. Interesting. Something like that might be playing out as you enter the month of May. A lot of distractions, a lot of fast movement, urgency to do something about your life. the core energy, Knight of Wands here, you're not the same energy you were a few weeks ago. So there's a lot of quick energy coming in here, perhaps some distractions, you being pulled in all different directions here. I feel like there's also some sort of emotional clearing from the first, why did I say from the first? Okay, I mean from April. Maybe from the 1st of May, because you'll get this after the 1st of May. I'm getting the energy here as you enter May, though. I need to move, I need to change, I can't stay stuck anymore. Yeah, astrologically, if we're looking at this card and the energy, this is that fire that's building. I mean, we did have that Aries activation rolling into action. We still have that, if I'm not mistaken, there's still a bit of the Aries stellium in the beginning of May. I'm just getting this Aries energy activation here. That Aries stellium, the Aries energy really all could have been significant for you. This is very powerful, the Knight of Wands, but it can also be impulsive, right? Maybe there's this energy of I'm inspired, I'm restless, ready for something new, but maybe it's just not fully grounded yet. Okay, let's have a look at the crossing a position. 6 of Cups, interesting. This is a turning point, right? Not to block you, but to wake you up. This is where it gets real, because it's activating something from the past. Something about memories, old relationships, nostalgia. It could even be an old self, your old self, all right? Something from your past is going to be coming up, perhaps emotionally, and maybe it's this clashing here with this Knight of Wands here energy that wants to move forward, and perhaps like this Scorpio full moon energy is going to be hitting. Are we going forward or are we going back? So it's quite interesting energy here in your core and in your crossing. And this camera just doesn't want to set here. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's have a look at your roots. Thank you for hitting the like button, beautiful soul. I really appreciate those of you that do hit the like button. You know, sometimes we don't watch always the full video, but the right thing to do is hit the like button, right? That's what I do anyway. Any video that I watch on YouTube, whether I watch the full video or whatever, or not watch the full video, I always like every video I watch, all right? I mean, the people that make these videos, they take a lot of time and effort to do it. So the good thing to do would be just hit the like button. I would appreciate it. And if you want to go the extra mile, just put a emoji in the comments, you know. That helps a lot. Right, so this is the root underneath everything. This is where your soul has been, what is your soul been working through? And I feel like, yeah, this is the Queen of Roses. At the deepest level, this has always been about your heart, I feel like. Emotional healing, self-love, learning to also trust your intuition. And perhaps you have been doing some deep inner work, whether consciously or not. I feel like now your soul's asking, will you choose yourself emotionally? And perhaps this can even tie directly to, you know, the energy with Pluto, as well as that Scorpio new moon, all right? Some sort of transformation that's happening. You're like transforming your emotional identity, I'm getting. Something about your gardening as well could be significant, depending on where you're in the world. If you've just moved into spring, you know, you might be like looking at doing garden work. I don't know why that came up. All right, Ace of Cups. This is your past energy. This is the energy that is no longer meant to be carried forward, which is very interesting coming in your past, because the Ace of Cups is about love, new beginnings, emotional openings. But perhaps in the past position, this is like, can mean like a love that started but didn't fully grow. Some sort of emotional opportunity that wasn't sustained. Or it just could be a version of you that was open, but maybe you got hurt. Butterflies could be significant for some of you. This is something beautiful because it's not where you're meant to stay. You are evolving beyond the version of love and emotional experiences. Again, more Yeah, spring could really be significant for some of you, or just like gardening, butterflies, flowers, planting, you know. All right, let's have a look at the conscious here. 7 of Cups. This is where your awareness is right now, like you're trying to perhaps figure things out. There's maybe something about confusion. It could be like looking at options. Maybe there's too many options. Maybe there's too many emotions. It could be emotions. Scorpio, full moon, right? Uncertainty about something that's what is real, what is illusions, verse, right? Real versus illusions. Astrologically also this, so it could be something to do with the Scorpio new moon. Why am I saying the new moon? Perhaps this could tie back all the way to the new moon in Scorpio that happened last year, all the way to the full moon. This could also like be something to do with Venus and Neptune energy that's happening right now, where things can feel dreamy but unclear. Maybe it's asking, maybe you need to be asking like, what is actually right for me, kind of energy. Let's have a look at the near future. The Hangman, like a pause, perspective, stillness. All right, so this is what's going to be beginning to move in the month of May. Near future, this might be not be what you want, but it's maybe what you need, just to take a pause, go into stillness, maybe look at a perspective shift. This can be things that might start slowing down. Maybe you're being asked to look at things differently, see things differently, maybe surrender some sort of control. You know, with the night energy that came in really fast here, maybe the universe is asking you to say, hey, wait, look again, all right? Maybe I mentioned the new moon. Maybe the new moon in Taurus energy is going to be very significant regarding grounding, slowing down, stabilizing you, all right? All right, let's have a look at where you are currently. The Knight of Swords. Okay, this is how you're showing up. You might be in your head a little bit. You got a lot of fast thoughts, fast decisions. You're wanting answers. You're wanting clarity, wanting some sort of movement now. You might feel frustrated with this pause that's coming in, or the needing to pause. It's like the energy I'm getting here is like, why is everything slowing down when I'm ready to go? I want to go. So there's this wanting to go, get things done, but also you being asked to pause. Maybe things happen quickly and then you take a pause and your mind is just rushing here. But I'm hearing you're being aligned and not to rush. Your external energies, this is what's happening around you. There might be a lot of conflict happening around you. Something about miscommunication, ego battles, people not fully being honest. This could be people from the past. It could be your current situations where things feel off. Mercury and Pluto, Mars and Pluto energy this month. This is real, right? Not everyone around you is aligned with perhaps your growth. 5 is also about change. Perhaps there's people around you that don't want to change. And that's perhaps where you have to take a pause and reflect. Look at things from a different perspective. Let's have a look at your hope and fears. 8 of Pentacles. Right. What you want and what you fear. You want stability. You want growth. You want to increase your finances, your income. Perhaps you want to grow your business. Whatever this is for you, right? Pentacles is money. It's a material world. You want something that you can build long term. There might just be a little bit of fear in the background with all the conflict and this fast and push and pull and pause and go and putting in effort and it's not working. So perhaps there's something that you're putting effort in and you fear that's not going to work out. Maybe you fear about starting over again, or maybe you fearing about investing in the wrong thing. And this could also tie to that Taurus energy that we also have in the beginning of, more or less sort of in the beginning of May. You don't want temporary anymore, and this could also line up again. Also, we're having that Taurus new moon. You want something that is real. And we're also in Taurus season, right? In the beginning of May. Right, looking at your outcome, 8 of Swords. This is like you may feel stuck about something, overthinking, doubting yourself, feeling like you can't fully move. But let's clarify this. King of Pentacles. Okay, that's like your Capricorn side coming out. Okay, here's the air and the earth energy coming out. This is stability, it's security, grounded access. Check how he's side-eyeing there. He's holding his pentacle and he's side-eyeing to the side there. Yeah, this is grounded success, long-term energy. Perhaps what this is saying is you're not actually stuck. You're in a phase of mentally breaking out of old patterns so that you can step into something stable, secure, and aligned long-term. Perhaps somebody, the way he's side-eyeing there, holding his pentacle, someone has put you in this 8 of Swords energy. Overall, beautiful souls, my Capricorn, Aquarius, Cusp, this month is a bridge for you. I'm getting the energy here. We're looking at the spread here between your past emotional self and then your future grounded, empowered self. Like maybe you're just being asked this month to release the past. Easier said than done, right? Clear out the confusion, the clutter kind of thing. And then just maybe take time out to slow down, pause, to see things clearly, and then build something that is real. Beautiful souls, thank you for being here. Thank you for hitting that like button. I'm going to get you one card out of this. She is Oracle. One card here, beautiful souls. For your higher self, spirit, angels, ancestors, all the highest light and good, please come through for our Capricorn, Aquariuses. One card for the month of May. There we go. I apologize to my body. Let's have a look. You can sit with this, pause it, have a look at it. It says here, in my touch, moments when I truly hear myself, when my voice feels real, and when I long to be heard. Questions you can sit with here is, how do I feel when I create with my hands? What do I express through touch when I do something with attention? What new skill or craft would I like to learn? Beautiful energy. Beautiful souls, apologize to your body. Perhaps your body has been through some things, but you consider this energy. I'm sending you all love and light, and I will definitely be checking you around in the next one. Thank you for liking. Thank you for leaving a comment, and I'll check you around, beautiful.